What's up, everyone? It's Jason here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Today was great for AMC. I'm sure you had a great day just because of that. We're going to be doing a full recap of the day on AMC, what happened, the price movement, and what I think is going to happen tomorrow. Also, last, I want to cover over lots of things, including the call options that are going to be coming up and what Morgan Stanley just said about AMC. If you could, make sure to smack the like button down below. Not only helps out this video, helps out more people learn about AMC and stay up to date. And if you're not a sub, hit that sub button, hit that bell notification, and let's get right into it. Real quick, if you guys wonder what I'm using here, I am using Webull. There is a link down in the description down below. Click on that link, sign up, put $100 in, you get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,800. It's free money, and you get this tier 2 NASDAQ views right now for 3 months as well. See buys and sells coming out of the market in real time. Awesome platform, been using over a year. Highly recommend it. Man, look at this price movement today. Telling you guys, I was super excited today to see this movement. We knew it was going to be coming, man. And when it hit, it felt just as good as I thought it was going to be, right? And I do honestly expect to see this continue throughout the week. And I'm going to go over why and how I think this is going to move. We did, though, start this morning right around $49 area. But going into the market hours, we did start at about 52. Shot all the way up to a high today at 60.54. But from there, we did get pushed down. Again, likely some day trades and stuff like that as well, selling out. And then on top of that, you're going to have some downward pressure from hedges that are shorting as well. We got all the way down right here to around $55.40. But from there, again, we did end today at $57. We were up 15.38%, which is amazing. Again, that's not a bad day at all. It's a crazy good day. Good price movement as well. Currently right now, with about 30 more minutes left in aftermarket, we are almost at $58.50. Another positive 2.61%. Again, up another $1.50 right there, which is great. All awesome movements, guys. I think we can continue to move this today. Maybe we got 30 minutes left. Hey, maybe we can hit $59. I do know I've seen some people being negative today because we had a little negative spot right here. Guys, don't let like a 15 or 20 minute little down period in the day, ruin your whole day on a really, really good day on AMC. I don't want to see it. Like I said, man, I see it all over Twitter and other places. There was even a chat earlier on the stream. Obviously, we do stream as well. So it was on the stream. I was seeing it on Twitter. Just people like down about like 20 or 25 minutes of the last little piece of the market here being down. Guys, it was up 15.38%. Come on, man. Spread some positivity. It's all we need, man. Positivity, guys. I know sometimes you see this little tiny period, you're like, oh man, it's fine. We're up to $57 in the intraday hours. Right now at $58.50 in the aftermarket. Man, guys, lots to be thankful for, bros. Bless up, man. Bless up. Checking out the options market really quick. There's a ton of options. There's just a ton of options in the green. And we're going to add to these, right? We're going to add to these. There's almost 101,000 options at $40 mark alone coming up for Friday as well. It's almost 11,000 at 35 here. Almost a little bit over 26,000 right at 50. You got another, 15, almost 16,000 at 55. We'll have these in the green, guys. Don't worry. 25,000 at $60. Another 21,000 almost at 59. Honestly, guys, I would not be surprised to see this right here, $73 in the green. If we get the $73 and stay above $73 for Friday, oh, Chad, it's going to be nuts. It's already going to be nuts, right? But it's going to be nuts, the amount of options that will be in the green. If we can get the $73, well, I think is very, very plausible. And I'm going to show you guys why I think that. Tomorrow, I honestly expect to see us continue moving up, right? Tomorrow, even if we get the $60 ending or a $63 ending, awesome. Now, what that's going to do, though, guys, that's going to add pressure, which happens a lot on Wednesdays for these, hedges and other people who are putting puts, obviously, right now on AMC. It's going to make them buy a little bit of some shares and push the price up further, right? So they're going to hedge against their puts on the way. They had puts on the way down. Well, guess what? They got to hedge against those, man, if we're continuing to move me up. And Wednesday is a great day for them to do that. They'd like to do that on Wednesdays as well. Go back and look at lots of their stocks. You can see that over here on the 2nd. This is the day they bought in on some of those as well over here. Again, these aren't covering shorts, by the way. These are just covering some of those puts and putting some hedge against those puts. They have to buy some shares and push the stock price up further, which gets more options in the green. And that pushes the stock up higher. And it's just over and over again. We've seen this price over here, right, go from the 30s all the way up, to the all-time high at 77.26. we can honestly see this price point, push above that if it happens that way. I honestly think we could see another all-time high coming on Wednesday. I'm going to put it out there. Good vibes, Chad. Good vibes. We can see some crazy good numbers coming out, right? All in all, great times. Like I said, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but what I'm trying to say is, though, I honestly do think if we can have a great day tomorrow, which I do think we're going to, I think we're going to see that price continue pushing on Wednesday and maybe even to all new highs. Now, let's bring up the Stalko tracker real quick. Guys, there is currently 480,553 options expiring in the money, which means they're in the green, right? They're in the money for June 18th. Now, if we get to the $60 price point, which I think is very easily doable, I think we will, we'd add another 48,198 calls. Now, if we do get back to 73, like I think is very possible, guys, we're going to have darn near 750,000 calls in the green. And maybe even over 800,000 by then, because we can still see people adding to that list, right? So you can still buy options for Friday right now. So we might see over 800,000 options in the money. God, just crazy. And this right here, this number is nuts, right? Last week we had 90,000. Man, this is crazy, because the next time we're going to see anything like this or even near, which right now it's a little far off, obviously, it's September. That's why this week, the best setup we've ever seen, right? Currently, there's 950,000 short shares available. Again, the other day, there's like 1.3, so they're continuing to short. We saw short interest go up today. They have shorted. I think it was like a positive 2% almost today on shorts, which we all probably know is maybe even higher because we don't get the real stat. We don't get those real stats. We don't see, the naked shorts and so on and so forth. Now, we go over here real quick for the 18th. Look, guys, right now, out of the money, 675,000 puts are out of the money right now, guys. Woo, boys. Smell that, guys. That's a lot of hedgies losing money. Now, this right here tells me, though, is that Wednesday, when it comes knocking, they're going to have to buy some back into the market. Man, it's going to be great, guys. It's going to be great. Just get ready. I'm telling you, I think tomorrow, if we continue to stay positive in the green, Wednesday, we could see another push, kind of like we've seen on the second. So we did have some really big prints coming today as well. So 10 hours ago, we had a 1.1 million share at the price point of almost $52 for $57 million, guys. That's a big, big printer. These will go through dart pools, by the way, as well. Just remember that. I just want to bring you guys these large and huge print orders. There was 160,000, almost 161,000 share large print earlier come through at $55 at a price point of $8.8 million. 7 hours ago, there's one for $189,000 at a price point of $60 for, $11 million. And last but not least, 5 hours ago was another one for $200,000 at a price point of $57.60 for the amount of $11.5 million. So remember, guys, these do go through dart pools. These are big, big orders, though. Big orders. So Ortex did tweet these out. So I want to go over this really quick. So having peaked at $60.55, AMC closed the day at $57, up 15.38%, which was really great, creating $488 million of losses for short sellers. Man, guys, doesn't it feels good, dude? Feels good, man. I hear them crying right now. The market's unfair, guys. It's really unfair for these hedge funds and all this money they have and to short companies out to bankruptcy. It's really unfair, man. I can hear them crying right now about how unfair it is for them. Can't you guys, shed a tear in the chat, guys. Let's get some hashtag tears for the hedges. Oh, man. Also, AMC is up 16% at the moment, having reached the $58.62. But again, you can see right here is where I want to go over. We've seen the short interest going back up. Now, this morning, we've seen this in a negative, wink, wink. But we did end the day, though, guys, right around positive 2% on that short interest change going into the positive range. I do want to go over, obviously, I do want to say that these numbers aren't all the way correct. We do know this doesn't count, naked shorts and everything out there. So we know the short interest is a lot higher, right? So right now they have it at 12.75. Let's be honest. It's more like 40, 50+% there. But hey, man, you take some good movements there. At least it shows it's going up. We already knew this anyway, but let's be honest. Hey, like I said, man, tears for the hedges, guys. Tears for the hedges. Now, our good boys, real quick. I'm gonna bring your FUD of the day, Chad. Your FUD of the day. This is lovely, man. Our good boys over at Motley Fool, a.k.a. 1623 Capitals. They're a hedge fund, right? So 1623 Capital is Motley Fool's hedge fund. So, they got to bring out their great stuff right here, man. The AMC FUD. They might as well name their name. They just name it to the FUD Fool or something. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. 2 reasons to avoid AMC stock. Struggling to stay afloat in the depths of the pandemic. Its stock, however, tells an entirely different story. In the last 12 months, AMC's common equity delivered 450% returns for shareholders. That sounds great to me, obviously, right? So, they're doing the same thing they've always talked about, dilution. Yes, we've had some dilution, right? But that money went into making AMC better. It wasn't like it's not all dilution is bad dilution. And it's also not like they, doubled their share count. It's not like they went from, 200 million to 500 million or 400 million in the past, a couple months or something crazy. Again, and then, the next argument they have is no intellectual property. Yes, problem. It's always Netflix or subscription-based stuff taking them out. Guys, subscription-based stuff is great and all. Again, man, I don't care about that. But theaters are a lot different, right? It's a whole different environment. Can we stop comparing AMC and other theater companies to Netflix or Viacom or whoever, right? It's just ridiculous. It's the same old argument we've heard forever. Oh, man. Yo, Motley Fool. Come on, bro. Come on. Last but not least, guys, I do want to go over what Morgan Stanley, CEO, said as well about AMC and other meme stocks and how he thinks it's a recipe for disaster. Now, you guys know me, man. Morgan Stanley, as much as they are like a main pillar in the banking community as well, and investment community, guys, they lose a lot of money as well, right? I take whatever they say with a grain of salt, especially some CEO who's way out of touch. You know what I mean? Who's just way, way out of touch. I mean, they lost almost $1 billion in the Archegos deal. But I had a lot of people mention this today, so I'm gonna cover it really quick. Whatever, you know what I mean? So CEO James Gorman said Monday that meme stocks offered some benefit because they drew younger investors into the market, but warned that the dramatic run-up in such stocks as AMC and GameStop could prove a recipe for disaster. Yikes. Now, again, man, take what he says with a grain of salt. Remember, they lost $1 billion of Archegos. They over-leveraged that guy way too much, right? So speaking to CNBC, the head of the investment bank also repeated his prediction for the Fed Reserve. Again, this guy here is very, very kinged on, inflation going way high and the Fed's having to rein it in. Me personally, I don't think inflation is going to reign supreme forever. I think we're going to see this number come down. But again, this guy, he's one of those guys, man, he wants everything to be very, very low. That way they can buy a lot. So he likes to spread, again, every time he talks, man, it's always like negativity on the market. So, I mean, take what he says with a foot of salt. On meme stocks, the one saying the CEO said, it's a good thing that young people are entering the market and learning about investing. I agree with that, right? I've been in the market for 11 years. It's awesome to see new people in the market. I don't think they're all just young people, though. But hey, I don't think this is healthy, he said, and the enormous returns seen in a short time by some meme stocks, calling those gains a recipe for disaster at some point. Now, I get what he's saying, right? I get what he's saying, but again, he says it in such a funny way. We all know that eventually once they have to cover, that the stock price is going to come down after they cover and everybody starts to sell, right? And then everybody will get back into at a great buy zone. That way they can hold it long-term like I'm going to do. I'm going to have some AMC stock long-term forever at a really good price point. So I get what he's saying there, but man, he says it in such a bad way, like you shouldn't be investing in AMC at all. Again, guys, we do know that the price point right now does not even have remotely in with them covering. So the price point that is right now at 50, 60, 70 bucks, it's going to be astronomical larger because they haven't even covered yet. On the outlook for the interest rates, Gorman explained that the current market is being driven by an extremely unusual combination of tailwinds. He pointed that the economy is bolstered by record low rates, record high fiscal stimulus, and synchronized recovery throughout the world spurred by post-pandemic return to normal. And that's the reason why I think, honestly, since we had a pandemic that made the markets all fall, and that's the reason I just don't think we're going to have a long-term inflation. Now, maybe if it was a lot crazy amounts of money like everywhere, then yeah, maybe. But for right now, again, they've been calling for inflation and heavy inflation, dude, since the 70s, right? Since the last big inflation. So I guess eventually, Morgan Stanley and others are going to be right. But man, if you're calling for inflation all the time, what are you going to do? Gorman believes that the set of conditions will drive inflation, which will prove to be less transitory than many assume. As a result, the Fed will be forced to raise rates sooner than later, the market currently expects. Now, again, guys, it's Morgan Stanley, right? I don't want to say anything like super bad about Morgan Stanley. It's just, man, their CEO always sounds so freaking negative about everything. Don't worry about those kind of things, guys. Yes, I get it that if they do come out and say they're going to start tapering, the markets are going to fall some. It's not expected to happen. So the Fed already came out and they said they're not going to be tapering, bonds and stuff. And they're not going to be tapering things. So guess what that means? For right now, we're going to continue to have a nice bull run. But obviously, yes, when he comes out and finally says they're going to start tapering eventually, they're going to see some pullback a little bit. Honestly, again, I don't think there's going to be long-term inflation. Don't worry about that. Again, it's not going to affect AMC. And AMC, I think, is going to squeeze long before any of that stuff even starts to happen. So that's nothing you have to worry about. I had a lot of people ask me about that today and like how Morgan Stanley talked about it. Yada, yada, yada. We get it. I get it. A lot of people like to look up to people like that. Again, I'm not saying anything bad about the company, but I'm saying, man, anytime the CEO from over there talks, it's always so funny. And he's just, man, again, he's trying to make money, right? And the way he makes to make money, if they're getting, if they're going to be buying stocks, or they're buying stocks at a very, very low rate, they do the same thing. Short stuff comes down, right? They make money on the way back up. The lower they can buy stuff, the better off. Again, they're going to create lots of FUD. But he's just very, very funny. So if you guys that are worried about those things, don't worry about those. Those are way out of the mark. And for AMC guys, for you guys that are always asking, like today, you guys asked if we're if this is the squeeze. This is not the squeeze, guys. This is more like a retail squeeze, so say, right? So we're pushing, retail is pushing the stock right now. And in other places, right? It's not just us in general. I mean, it's some commercial investors as well and things like that are pushing the stock right now. Mostly retail, though. You'll know, and I'll let you guys know when they're actually covering. Don't look at that little SI number that Ortex and others posting. Again, guys, they can cover these shorts, wink, wink, cover by doing long options, right? So they can make it look like they covered when they actually haven't covered. You'll know, man. We'll see suspension after suspension on the way up. Crazy volatility, way, way up in the 100%, man. Up, up, up. And it'll probably be multiple days at that. And as always, like I've told you guys before, I'll let you guys know when I'm going to sell or when I'm selling, or, yada, yada. For the layman's terms, I'm just going to say, hey, look, I'm selling once they cover, right? It's the easiest way to say it right now. I don't have a certain price point in my head. Obviously, the higher it goes, the better off we all are, as long as people are hodling, just like the people that say 100K or 500K. I mean, again, we on the float. We name the price. Can everybody hodl that long, though, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. If you did, make sure to smack the like button down below. If you guys haven't hit the sub button, make sure you guys hit the sub button. And join our Discord. It's an awesome place down below. Join the Discord. Link down below. Join it. Hit it. Over 1,800 people in Discord. Love to have you guys be a part of the family. I will see you guys in the next video. I'll see you Starside. Peace out, fam.